my wife has muttered in her sleep before. Nothing very intelligible. But one night about a year ago, I came in after she was already asleep, and started getting undressed. "Hi honey," she says in the cheeriest, most awake voice you can imagine. I'd be lying if I said I hadn't faintly hoped, at this point, that I might be about to get lucky. "Hi. What are you still doing awake? It's after midnight." No answer. I put on my pajamas. "Honey," she says, as if to get my attention. "Yeah. You're gonna burn." I slept with one eye open that night. She did not remember in the morning. We went to my boss's house. He had begged me to come play pool and drink with him. He just wanted to show off his man cave. They had a detached 3-car garage, and he had a TV, pool table, dartboard, full bar, and one of those little pizza ovens. My wife stayed inside the house with his wife and the kids. All he could talk about was making these pizzas in his pizza oven. Finally, after a couple hours, he puts in a frozen pizza. When it's done, he pulls it out, and asks how we like our pizza. I was confused, and he asked, "How do you like your pizza cut, triangles or squares?" I replied, "Whatever, it's pizza, cut it in circles for all I care." That not being good enough for him, he says he's going to ask my wife. He has this stupid old school intercom set up to the house, and he tells his wife to ask my wife how we like our pizza. I hear my wife answer, "Huh," so he explains the options, like he did for me. Her choice: it's pizza, I don't care, cut in circles if you want to. I laughed so hard, and my dumb-ass drunken boss just stood there sulking.
Once, our apartment complex turned our water off on accident, and couldn't fix it until after the weekend, and I needed to do laundry. We decided to just spend the weekend at his parents' place, since they weren't home, and it would be easier regarding showers and such. His parents' place is 75 miles away, so I packed up some toiletries, and made sure to grab everything I needed for a couple of days. I packed some clothes in a box, to wash once we got there so I could wear them later. As I was gathering my things, I asked my husband to take the box of clothes downstairs, so that we wouldn't forget it. He came up, grabbed the box, and we got everything together, and left. 2 hours and 75 miles later, we arrived at the house, and I opened the trunk to get the box of clothes out of the back, and no box. Checked the back seat, no box. I asked him about the box, and his response: "You told me to take it downstairs. I didn't know it had to go in the car." So, let's recap: no water, need clothes, pack clothes to take to be washed, give clothes to BF, who somehow figures that the clothes will teleport themselves to the house. I have no idea how he ended up messing that up, because he's usually a smart guy, and I still have never been able to make heads or tails of his thought process that day. I was in the bathroom and had propped my foot up on the tub, to put in a tampon when I had just finished putting it in, and was taking out the bright, glossy, purple applicator when he came in the bathroom. He got this horrified look on his face, and I just figured it was the dumb, "OMG ew gross period, man stuff." But then he blurts out, "Are you putting lipstick in your vagina?" I slowly finished pulling out the applicator, with a perturbed look on my face, and tossed it in the trash. He just said oh and walked out. When we first got married, my sister-in-law was only about 5. She left her bicycle at the top of the driveway, and my husband thought it would be funny to ride it to the bottom. Did I mention that the driveway was at a 60-degree angle? There he is, a grown man, careening down a hill on a pink bike. He did pretty good until he hit a bump. His legs flew up in the air, and he and the bike started roll sideways down the yard. It looked like he was hugging the damn thing. He landed on his back, rolled the bike up on its wheels, rolled back on his back, and did this several times. I couldn't breathe well enough to even ask if he was okay, I was laughing so hard. When I wheezed out a touch of concern, his only reply was a long stuttering groan. He didn't hurt anything but his pride.